Hi everyone, Derryanne from Century 21 and Okanagan Valley Living. Short video. I don't want to drag this on. I am so sorry. It's the middle of April and I'm doing March stats. You have to give me a little bit of grace. It is a crazy market out here. So talking of that, let's go and have a look at the market. If you've been with me for a while, you know what my stats machine is. It's updated every single month and it just looks at all the stats for the Okanagan. So there's Shuswap, Central, North. So I'm looking at the North, which is predominantly where I sell, which is Enderby all the way down, but not including Lake Country. So if we're looking at March of 21, we can see 160 sales. That's up from 103 last month. And if we look at March of last year, now March of last year, you really can't compare. That was the beginning of the shutdown. So we saw March and April statistics were dramatically different than what they would have normally been. If we look at new listings, 208. So we always say that our market is in a seller's boom because of the lack of listings. We are bringing on listings, but the sales are outpacing those listings. So current inventory is 191 houses on the market. So the absorption rate, folks, we had an absorption rate years ago of 52%, and we thought that was off the charts. So if you don't know what absorption rate is, if there were 100 houses on the market at the beginning of March, and 10 of those sold in the month of March, the absorption rate would be 10%. So of the number of houses that were on the market at the beginning of March, 83, basically 84% of them sold by the end of March. Those numbers are insane, just insane. Now, 52 days, you might think, why is that not like 12 days or something? It has to take into account your lakefront houses, so houses that may be out in the boonies, so that take longer to sell. And remember that the days on market is from the time the listing hits the market until they remove conditions. Okay, so our average price, I don't typically look at that. I look at the median price, 606,500. Stunning, just stunning. Last year it was 512. So you can see what's happening to our market here. Let's look at Central, only because I want you to look at this figure right here. 83 point, oh, sorry, it didn't click over. I thought it was 99.76. So basically, pretty much everything that's coming on at the market at the beginning of the month is being sold by the end of the month. That is just crazy. And look at the median price. It's $860. The average is $967. My fear is that what's going to happen in the Okanagan is typical of what's happening in Vancouver. The local people here will not be able to afford a house. Husband and wife, say pulling in $35,000 each, $70,000, are not going to be able to buy a house if this keeps happening. So to go back here, there we go. That's the stats for the month of March. I believe things are going to level off by the end of the year. I don't mean, drop, bottom fall out or anything like that. Just come into a more balanced market. I believe that's going to happen by the end of the year. I'm pretty much outvoted when I talk to other realtors and brokers. They believe this will go right through to the end of the year, right through the next spring market. So I'm not sure. We'll see, won't we? It certainly has a huge effect of what COVID does. I mean, if by September, most people are vaccinated, travel opens back up, restrictions come off, churches open up, you don't have to do the 2 weeks quarantine, our world's going to look quite a bit different. And it's really hard to cast a prediction into such an unknown field. So that is our stats update. Now, I have attached to this newsletter the board stats. That's an interesting graphic to look at. But what I've also attached, hopefully you can see it, it's not too small, is all the houses in Vernon that have sold in the last 15 days. You will see the original list price. That's what it came on to the market at. Then you'll see the list price that was the list price when it sold, and then you'll see the sale price. So if somebody brought it on at 800, they didn't get an offer quick enough, they may have dropped it down to 790, and then it sold at 790 for whatever price the sale price was. So maybe it sold for 788. Now, in this market, what I want you to see is how many of those are at list price or way over. And I mean way over. Check those stats. They're just going to pop you. Like, I can't believe how crazy those stats are. Okay, folks, take care. It's beautiful and sunny out today. Spring is definitely here. I can feel the energy level starting to improve in people, because a lot of people are pretty downcast with this COVID and closures everywhere. And the summer weather, warm heat, sunshine, blue skies is helping to really lift people's spirits, I think. I know they are mine. So I hope you have a wonderful spring, and we'll talk to you next month. Hopefully it won't take so long to get out that report for you.